small beginnings. It started off as an afternoon shift in our junior school, and we ran it there for 5 years, from 97 to 2002. And meanwhile, we managed to get land in Dwarka, started the building, and when things were ready in 2002, the whole school shifted over there.
Dwarka was born out of a necessity because the waiting list for parents was so large here in Ananiketan, it was getting unmanageable.
Over the last 25 years, Mount Carmel Dwarka has grown exponentially. Today, with a separate preschool in Sector 22 and a junior wing in Sector 28, the school has truly taken root.
We started in Dwarka when there were not enough children to teach. With the time, Dwarka has become an educational hub. Other schools have come up. There are more than 60 schools in Dwarka. But Mount Carmel has maintained its prime position. It is the most sought after school in Dwarka.
The vision that guides the school came from Dr. V.K. Williams, one of the founders.
I said, Lord, what do you want me to do with these small children? What is the vision you have? And then the Lord drew my attention to Luke chapter 2 verse 52 in the Bible. And Jesus increased in wisdom, that is mental growth, and in stature, that is physical growth, and in favor with God, that is spiritual growth, and in favor with man, that is social growth. The Lord said to me, this will be your objective education in Mount Carmel.
This was something that God revealed to my father many years into the school running, saying, this is what you have been doing, but now build and develop them in this manner.
It was the same vision that had propelled the mother school for 25 years.
It is under the same mother, and so there is the similarity, and there are a lot of things which are parallel, but we also feel that they should grow on their own.
The journey of every child is grounded in this idea of fourfold development: physical, mental, social, and spiritual.
The vision of Mount Carmel is taken from the Holy Bible, Luke 2:52. The four pillars are not our creation, it is mandated by God. We take it as a commandment from God that we have to take care of all four.
To grow in wisdom, the philosophy that underlies the academic focus of the school.
To give them the best possible education, the best possible knowledge in the best possible way.
I learned maths, English, EVS, Hindi, music, art, dance, games.
So we begin at that age where their curiosity is like infinite. So we tap onto that thing, and we get the children to be exposed to as many sensory items as possible.
Students at a young age are able to absorb everything that they watch. So all of us take every effort to help children analyze, reason, and then apply it in their day-to-day life.
A committed band of teachers work tirelessly to make children eager to learn.
What I like most about my school is the teachers and my friends and the good education.
Working with little children, we need to come down to their level. And that's something that brings alive our classrooms and our bonding with our young ones.
It's not just about the theoretical learning, but it's also about the connectivity that you had with somebody who's teaching you. I think that's something that the teachers in the school really put a lot of effort into, and I think that is what you can see with kids when they are coming out of the school.
The philosophy has always been inclusive, catering to children with a range of abilities.
very important, not only for the children who are coming in with a disability or with certain challenges. Inclusion is necessary so that the staff, the students, everybody interacting with that child knows that it is normal. So the acceptance comes only because of the exposure. It's more for us to learn from.
There are special education classes by special educated teachers. They help us to explain difficult topics, hot questions in maths, example, and they help us sometimes to write if a person cannot see properly.
The aim: to make every child the best version of themselves. The school weaves in a host of extracurricular activities so every child has a chance to develop and hone their talents, creative, physical or cerebral.
There are various activities introduced to us, so they help us like to prove our inner capabilities, hidden capabilities, and to excel in it.
So they say, give a child an opportunity of 2 minutes on the stage, and it's like 1,000 battles won and fought. Now imagine, we are bringing up your children to fight their future battles. Their self-esteem, it grows, and that itself makes a huge impact on their lives.
These activities, like the music program, are structured so that the children develop a real skill that stays with them through their lives.
It's truly the only universal language. So we teach them that part. And then there is the practical part of it where you have fun with it, where it fills your heart.
You know, when they grow up later on in life and stress of life and everything hits them, it'll always be nice that they can go back to music in that little place that they can open up a guitar or a piano and then they can play. And so this is a wonderful gift that the school endeavors to give to each child who walks into Mount Carmel schools.
To further broaden their horizons, the school runs several exchange programs with schools in places ranging from Singapore to Hungary, Zambia to Wales.
So when you're participating in an international forum, then your vision grows. It's no longer a tunnel vision. Then they become global citizens. And they learn about culture, the food, and the way people live.
And it helps them, to opens up avenues for them for further studies as well as for further interaction. They make lifelong friends also in these exchange programs.
To help the children grow in stature, the school focuses on fostering their physical well-being.
But our job is through sports, through other medical testing that we're able to do every year to see if the child is growing healthy, the kind of food they eat, teach them about nourishment. It is important to make sure they have a healthy physical growth.
Along with this, their skills are honed in a variety of sports.
Sports also helps us to build leaders and develop their leadership qualities. And we do that.
Children have won laurels in sports ranging from chess to basketball, table tennis to badminton.
Sports for us in Mount Carmel teaches us two things that are very important: teamwork and leadership opportunities.
High achievers are given a special scholarship that provides an incentive to continue pursuing sports.
So we have the Lyra Scholarship, where they can focus on their sport and everything else is taken care of.
The national champions, the state champions, and also the international level players and the champions get a lot of benefit. There is a cash prize also.
The school flourishes because of the strong sense of discipline instilled in every student.
Discipline builds up character. We instill discipline in each and every child from the very time we start our school. Discipline helps them to grow up and achieve success in life.
There is a democratic structure where students choose their own leaders.
The process of being elected head boy or any prefect council starts with a short interview, followed by you're given an opportunity to present your speech in the morning assembly, which is then again followed by a democratic election.
See, we do not look at leadership as a post or as a position. We look at leadership as your ability to add value into others' life, to be able to serve others, to be able to help others.
Basically, there is this quote which says, a true leader is the one who knows the way, who goes the way and who shows the way. That is the leadership that we at Mount Carmel, discuss about, and we also celebrate it.
But the focus on man and God, on spirituality and humanity, is what sets the school apart.
The motto of the school is to overcome evil with good. And that is to teach the children that there is always an alternate. You don't have to retaliate violence with violence.
Children are shown the strength that emerges with deep-rooted faith.
And our introductions into the spiritual aspect of a person is to make them connect and make them understand their responsibility, their role in the presence of the entire gamut of God and His creation, His personal relationship with man, so that they grow up to be good citizens of this great nation.
Overall, we are all trained to serve God, to serve the country and the world at large in a manner which pleases God. Spirituality is what brings us closer to God. It helps us to find the real purpose in our lives.
So for a child to know very clearly that he has been created in the form of God, in the image of God, for something so specific in life that only he or she can do, helps them find this purpose.
This faith provides a way to equip children with a moral compass.
We should not do bad stuff which will upset God. Instead, do good stuff which will make God happy.
Values are easier caught than taught. We need to begin by being role models and walk the talk. So it's important that we imbibe, we emulate these qualities in ourselves.
In keeping with this philosophy, there was an attempt to reach out to the underprivileged children in the neighborhood.
The ALSI is trying to support and give opportunity to all the kids who don't have that chance to go in a good school.
But instead of teaching the children in the slums, they were moved into the same campus.
And the change we saw in the kids. When they came into this place with all those beautiful furniture and all the settings, the children themselves changed. And it was amazing. And thereafter we have always continued with that, 25 years now.
One such student was Subhash Jha, whose father worked as an electrician. Many children like Subhash, who showed academic promise, were moved from the ILC into the main school.
I studied in Shiksha for 3 years, and after 3 years I got a chance to study in the main school.
This journey opened doors for many who may not have had the same opportunities otherwise.
After Mount Carmel School, I got a scholarship in Budapest, Hungary, and did my master degree in computer science. And Right now I'm working here in Budapest as a software engineer.
This need to contribute continued through the pandemic, where the Dwarka school was converted into a COVID care center.
We created the COVID Care Center, which actually was a place treating patients, not just a quarantine facility, but a place with doctors and nurses, with patients with oxygen levels of 50 and below were coming in and being treated.
This was the first center of this kind in India.
And I'm glad we were able to play that leadership role. Buildings lying vacant became oasis for souls and humans that needed that and saved lives. And I'm really grateful for that.
Looking back on the journey of the last 25 years, the overwhelming emotion is humility.
What I am today is just by the grace of God and my husband pushing me, left, right and center. He didn't let me rest. He was such a hard taskmaster and a demanding taskmaster, and he wanted the best, and I used to say, I'll show him, and that's what pushed me on.
And a great sense of pride in the quality of young people who have walked out through these portals.
So we teach them here their own self-worth. Take pride in what God has created, because God creates no failures. Once they're able to love themselves, they're able to share that love. That happiness, that confidence is what I see in a Mount Carmel student.
A quarter of a century is the time to put down deeper roots while continuing to grow, spreading light, inspiration, and knowledge.